Hey you. Yes you. So before we officially start this video, I gotta put in a little disclaimer. So you see my outfit? Yeah, pretty nice. I know you don't have to say much. It's okay. I know I'm fly today.
Boy!
Well, my shorts are kind of short. Well, I mean, they are shorts for a reason. But my shorts only look so short because my shirt is so long. Really, my shorts go all the way up to here, and my shirt just comes all the way down here. And my issue is, when I sit down, it doesn't look like I'm wearing shorts, or really anything at all. So I just wanted to say, I am, and I repeat, I am wearing shorts during the interview. I promise. I'm not shortless, pantless. I'm wearing clothes. All right, enjoy the interview. What is going on, everybody? Welcome here aboard the beautiful Carnival Panorama. For this video, I've got a very special guest with me, and that is none other than Rainier, the cruise director here on board. Now, we're gonna get started with this video, and we're gonna do a Q&A. So we're gonna ask him a few questions, some of them requested by you guys, and we're gonna see what he has to say. So Rainier, thanks so much for joining us here on the video today.
Thank you so much. It's amazing to be here and obviously to do this with you.
So my very first question for you is, how did you begin working on cruise ships? And has it always been a dream of yours, or did you kind of come upon it spontaneously? How'd you start?
So basically about 7.5 years ago, I started as a personal trainer on board Princess Cruise Line, and we were recruited. It's like recruiting agencies in South Africa. And first of all, I didn't know cruise director was a job. I didn't know that exists because cruising in South Africa isn't a big thing, right? So I never knew cruise director was a job. I've always been into acting. I've always been into dancing, drama, things like that. So stage have always been a big presence in my life, you know? And then when I got on board a cruise ship on Princess Cruise Line, I remember I was on board for about 1 week and I went to see a show. And I saw the cruise director and I was like, there's no way that's a job. You're telling me all you gotta do is have fun? And so I worked for about a year as a personal trainer. And then we docked the Carnival ship in Ensenada, funny enough, in Mexico.
We were just there today.
Yeah, that's where we were today, And I got off my ship and I saw a bunch of guests coming off a Carnival ship and they were just having the best time. And I saw the fun squad. So the fun squad was busy with a pier party and everybody's having a blast. And I was like, all right, I want to take this jump and that's where I want to go to. You know, I want to do it on Carnival. That seems like the most fun to do it. And then I made the shift to a junior fun squad 3 weeks later. And 3 years later, I worked my way up and I got the opportunity to be a cruise director.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because just having fun is my job.
It seems like the coolest job in the world.
No, it truly is. And me and my mom had this funny argument because she used to tell me when I was younger, like, you can't just play and joke around and have fun all the time. You got to get serious. And I was like, well, now it's my job.
Yeah, here you are. All right, now question number 2 for you is, what position did you start as with Carnival? You kind of already answered it. And how long has it taken you to get to where you are now?
So when it comes to entertainment staff, right, we call them fun squad. You start as junior fun squad. Then we have something called tiers. Okay, so that's basically like paperwork where the company makes sure that you're able to complete certain tasks before you move on to the next tier, which is then regular fun squad. And then you move up to senior fun squad. Now that can take you about 4 years to do that, right? Because the company does make sure you're able to check all the boxes. Once you're senior fun squad, you're essentially now ready. Are you gonna push towards becoming a cruise director? Or some people go the other way towards an entertainment director, right? So, but if you go towards cruise director, you're essentially saying, hey, listen, I am ready, I want to be a cruise director. And that's when the company goes, all right, when there's a gap to fill in, for instance, we got a cruise director conference that we do, where all the cruise directors go and get together, talk about the business. And then senior fun squad tends to step up in that time. And then that's your time to kind of prove yourself. Or sometimes what happened with me was my cruise director went down with COVID, funny enough. And they called me and they said, Rainier, in 3 days time, you're a cruise director. And I was like, oh boy, oh boy. At that time, I was junior fun squad. So when I got that call, I was like, you know what? I'm going to fake it till I make it. I was like, yep, I know how to do the job. Of course.
Just have fun.
Yeah, exactly, right? And I had to learn the shows and things like that. And I got the opportunity. Luckily, things went well, which kind of fast-tracked it. But on average, you're looking like 3 to 4 years of dedication to fun squad, spending some of your poor days. And once you shine, you grow.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, now question number 3 for you is, what advice would you give to anyone, me, who wants to work on cruise ships one day, but more specifically in entertainment?
So a lot of people, funny enough, this comes up quite often with people because they tend to come on cruises, and once you get captured with the entertainment team, right, you realize that, wow, okay, that's a job, that's something I want to push towards, right? So my biggest advice I always tell people is make sure that is your most authentic self.
Okay.
Right? So that you're going to enjoy the job because you're going to be doing it 7 days a week.
Yeah.
You're going to be having fun, and you got to make sure that that is something that you truly, truly love. So I always tell the Fun Squad when I get Junior Fun Squad, I'm like, make sure that you love this, because that's going to just shine and translate through to the guest as well. When you walk around and they're like, this person loves their job.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to do Cupid Shuffle. You're going to do it 700 times. And for the 700th time, you're going to have the biggest smile because guess what? You love it.
Exactly.
So yeah, my biggest advice is always make sure that that's something that you love, and you're never going to be ready. You're never going to be ready to walk on stage. You're never going to feel perfectly confident. The first time is never you walk on and you're like, I got this.
Yeah, full of nerves.
You walk on stage and you see 800, 900, maybe 1,000 people staring at you going, entertain us.
Yeah.
And your first time is just always nerve-wracking. So I always tell people, take that first step. Once the first time is done, so much better from there on out.
Now for the fun questions. All right. Now, Rainier, what's your favorite ship if you have one?
There's been quite a few. Well, each one of them is kind of unique, but I have to say one of my favorite contracts and ship together was the Carnival Legend.
Okay, that's a good ship.
Yes, the Carnival Legend, mostly because of the lounge layout of the ship. You know, you got the main theater on top, you got the comedy down below. So I'm able to see everybody within a small little radius. And that's, like I always say, I love to meet as many people as possible, you know, and having that small little radius just to walk up and down really helps a lot. So the Carnival Legend is definitely the Carnival Panorama for its itinerary and the ship itself. Like, if I have to be like, because I love the Mexican Riviera. I love the layout of the ship on the Panorama. I love the shows and love how new it is as well. So definitely Panorama and the Legend. Those will be the two.
Awesome stuff. Now, Panorama it's a great ship.
Yeah.
It's a really, really great ship. And the itinerary too. Cabo, top notch.
Absolutely. Cabo, the resorts, the excursions in Cabo, PV being such a long port, you have the whole day to get off. For cruise directors, for crew, it's the best thing. It's the best because you have the whole day to go out and just go do whatever. Go out, do excursions. You can come back and go again, which never happens.
That's amazing. All right, now moving on. What's your favorite port?
Well, okay. PV, Puerto Vallarta, for how long it is, absolutely. And Juneau, Alaska.
Why Juneau?
Juneau, Alaska, I love the cold. I love the cold. I think it's because I've spent so many contracts doing the Bahamas and Caribbean that once you get to Juneau, Alaska, it is breathtakingly beautiful. You get into the port of call, there's snow everywhere. The hiking trails are amazing. There's normally more than one ship in as well, so you get to connect with other cruisers as well. And you dock right there by the city. So you get off the boat and you're in the city. You're right there. You don't need to go very far. And and they got the best salmon cream cheese bagel ever.
That sounds really good.
The salmon cream cheese bagel is probably the #1 reason why I like Alaska, if I'm being honest.
Now, moving on, what's your favorite restaurant here on board?
My favorite restaurant, speciality-wise, the steakhouse.
Steakhouse?
The steakhouse. There's not a week that go by where I'm not going to the steakhouse. I love filet mignon. I love the treatment as well, right? Because it's not just the food, it's about the whole experience.
5-star experience,
Yes, exactly. You get in and all of a sudden you are wined and dined, and a lot of times they have the door open, and so you have a piano bar player as well. Creating that mood. Definitely the steakhouse for sure is my favorite.
All right, now for our last question is, where can people find you?
So I'm just on Instagram. So that's the perfect place to find me is Rainier Cruise.
Rainier Cruise?
Rainier Cruise is the perfect way to go about it. And then that's where I give the updates as well for guests regarding what they can expect for the cruise that is to come for them, what kind of parties I'm going to be doing. And whenever I take photos with guests, they tend to send it to me afterwards. And I create like a collage on my story for them to see, all the fun stuff that we did that cruise. And also where I'm going the next cruise. So it's just Rainier Cruise. Then I will pop up there,
That's awesome, man. Well, listen, I'm from Texas, all right? And in Texas, us people are really, really friendly. And I honestly think you'd be a great cruise director in Texas. I'm sure all of Texas would love you. So whenever you're ready to come to Texas, we're ready for you. But I just thought I'd give you a little nice gesture. I've got you a goodie bag straight from Texas.
From Texas? Oh my
Got
God.
you a few goodies in there.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
So you've got yourself a little Texas flag sticker.
Oh,
And
perfect. Oh, I love a little note as
a
well.
little note.
Oh,
And some beaver nuggets.
from Buc-ee's?
From Buc-ee's, yeah.
You know how I work with a girl from Texas, and
Okay.
I have not stopped hearing about this.
Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. Absolutely. And my bad if some of them are crushed because the Southwest wasn't very nice to your.
Awesome, dude. Thank you so much, Nick.
Absolutely,
I appreciate you so much. And honestly, you've been so much fun on this cruise.
Hey,
And,
you too.
and you led some of the parties as
Yeah.
well. Thank you, because I needed a moment. That's
No,
why.
thank you for that. Thank you for that.
You're going to make an amazing cruise trip.
I appreciate you,
Really
man.
looking forward to it.
Well, you guys, family, make sure you come here on board the Panorama and any ship that Rainier will be on in the future, because I promise you, he'll give you an absolutely amazing cruise experience. And family, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead, drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and of course, turn on that post notification bell so you can get notified each and every single time we post a brand new video here on the channel. Without further ado, I've been your host, Nick J. This is Rainier.
Your cruise director. Bye.
I'll see you square. Catch you on the ship side.